Hey there, I'm Matt McIntyre with the School of Media and Design podcast. Between the two of them, they have 42 years in the animation industry and have clocked thousands of hours at major studios. Paul West and Neil Hunter are coordinators for the animation program here in the School of Media and Design at Algonquin College. Paul has worked on many feature film productions with major studios, including Warner Brothers, Kroyer Films, Don Bluth, and Disney. Some of the television shows he's worked on include The Raccoons, Pink Panther, Fish Police, Monster Force, Flash Gordon, Ned's Newt, and Jacob Tutu, just to name a few. Neil has been involved in every aspect of the field, from running his own business to working in a studio, and has held most positions including senior animator, storyboard artist, story editor, designer, director, and creative associate producer. He's worked on many award-winning shows and has been nominated twice for an Emmy Award. Today they're here to tell us a little bit more about the program. What are some myths about animation?
I guess one of the biggest myths is that animation isn't a real job, that you can't make a living being an animator. But really, it's part of show business, and it's a big part of show business, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry worldwide.
People look at the animation industry as just being cartoons and stuff, but there's also animation for feature films, for commercials. I mean, it's a viable way of making a living nowadays.
And what about in Canada? Like, do you have to go to the States to get a good job?
Well, that's another one of the myths, actually.
Yeah.
You can go to the States, you can go to China, you can go to India, you can go to South Africa, you can go stay in Canada.
One of the beautiful things about animation is that it allows you to see the world and earn a living as well.
And when you finish the program, what kind of job do you get into first?
Usually you start off with an entry-level job, and they've changed some now that computers have come around and been more forefront in the industry. It used to be where you start out as a junior animator and worked your way up the ranks. As animation kind of left Canada, it switched over to posing and layouts, and then as animation started to come back, now it's as a Flash or 2D animator.
One of the reasons we actually had to go from a 2-year to a 3-year program was because a lot of these entry-level jobs require a lot more craft and artistic ability than they used to. Animation has changed. The computer has changed some of the stuff. That's another myth, probably, is that the computer does everything. It's not true.
The animator does everything.
The computer just screws it up.
And what about the rest of the faculty that you work with? Are they involved in the industry?
We all are involved in the industry, actually, even the full-time faculty as well.
We were adding it up the other day, and we were well over...
Close to about 150 to 200 years?
Yes,
yeah,
I think so. And we have people who worked for...
Of experience.
Yeah, Warner Brothers, Disney, most of them have been supervisors. I think all of them have been supervisors.
Yeah, I think all of them have, yeah.
But I think the least 10 years experience doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you study in the program? What kind of courses?
Well, we have animation programs, obviously, courses of study. We actually are an animation school, so that's something that's different from other schools as well. Is when we're planning everything out, we plan everything around the animation program, the animation courses, and then we work around how design is going to fit into what we're doing in animation, how life drawing is going to fit into what we're doing in animation.
Storyboarding, how that's going to fit into what they're doing in animation. Everything revolves around the animation aspect of it. Because we know in animation that's the skill that's needed first and foremost, and then the rest just feeds into it. So there's life drawing, there's design, character design, layout design, prop design as well.
And students are required to submit a portfolio to get into the course, right?
Yeah.
So what sort of things are you looking for in this portfolio?
First and foremost, confidence in the artist or in the applicant. We want to make sure that they have a solid understanding of drawing, solid understanding of perspective, and it's shown in their portfolio.
And there's a certain style of drawing for animation. That's what we're looking for, structured drawing that has sort of an underdrawing to it before you put the final drawing on top of it. And that's sort of what we're looking for. The ability to look and think in 3 dimensions comes out in the drawing. It's kind of a hard thing to explain to people who don't draw.
Yeah, because your character's going to be moving all around. And so you have to, even though you're looking at the front view of them, you have to also be able to visualize the back view. And when you can draw with that visualization, it really brings the drawings to the 3 dimensions.
And doodling in your math book in grade 12 isn't going to make you an animator. That's just a form of procrastinating, or I guess not procrastinating, but
not listening.
Not listening. Yeah. So I mean,
Sure.
yeah. Well,
A form of just escapism.
Escapism. Yeah.
A form of escapism to prevent them, or to allow them not to be able to pay attention in class and that.
And you have to be able to concentrate. This requires all your concentration. Yeah. This requires all your skills. And I think some people who do have a certain amount of talent and not the right amount of drive, they find that out. They're the ones that find that out in first year.
Yeah.
Why should someone take the animation program at Algonquin?
Because it's the best program ever.
Because they're smart.
It's one of the stronger animation schools teaching animation right now. One of the beautiful things that we have that other schools can't boast about is we have the Ottawa International Animation Festival here every year, and it's an excellent way to make contacts in the industry and to get yourself known.
Thanks again to Paul West and Neil Hunter. I'm Matt McIntyre, and thanks for listening to the School of Media and Design podcast.